Wow, what a great way to start. All right, cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the sixth and final episode of the Order of the Candelstick arc of the overall campaign that we have created here. This whole campaign needs a name, but, we'll get to that later. Where we last left off, the party clashed with the Slayer, the avatar of Bhaal, and found themselves in the realm of Bhaal himself, the throne of Bhaal. I'm going to be saying the word Bhaal a lot tonight. This is a completely impromptu session. We all realized that we would not be able to meet our usual time this week, and we all were free, so we're like, fuck it, let's do it. So, what else going to say here? So, we've got four situations here. Ragnar facing off with a phantasm of Kale Deathcrown on his platform. Jermong facing with a dark reflection of himself on his platform, and Lufir and Caldago facing off against the manifestation of greed, the slaver who took away him from his parents on his platform, and then the real Kale Deadcrown and Ixion clashing in the central part.
Quick question.
What's up?
If I'm facing off with anti-Jermong, is he like a happy boy?
No.
He knew his father.
All right, cool. I'm glad we have the setting.
It's the No Fathers Club versus the very happily know our Fathers Club.
Yeah, really.
He's like, "Hey, Dad taught me how to throw a baseball."
Cool. I'm glad that we had the mood set.
What's my guy's name again?
Ragnar.
No, the guy that I'm fighting. What's his name?
Kale Deadcrown.
Kale Deadcrown. When you weren't looking, we switched, and I have the real Kale Deadcrown, and Ixion's fighting a rando dude.
Yeah, no, that's incorrect.
No, it's part of the master plan, okay? We had it for the longest time. We talked about it whenever we were in the other dimension. It's a thing.
Yeah, anyway, so that didn't happen at all. Give me a second. Josh, you're going to love my music choice here. Let me just get it set. Okay, boom.
It's probably real lame.
That's pretty great.
What? I forgot I reinstalled Discord, so I need to make sure Rhythmbot isn't going to deafen me. Okay,
It's pretty quiet. Okay, so we're gonna do this counterclockwise. Ragnar.
Mom.
Nope, you're good to go.
Okay.
You want to do Moonbear?
Moonbear.
All right. So, using the Ring of the Grammarian, you what is the original spell?
Moonbeam.
So, using the Ring of the Grammarian for your once per day cast, you turn Moonbeam into Moonbeam into Moonbear, and you know how you're kind of in like the driftless expanse of space with
Yes.
A lot of moons in the ether surrounding you, stars and moons and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, you bring one of the moons to bear upon the platform that you're on.
Yes.
So one of the moons that is rotating around the throne of Bhaal careens out of orbit and goes into a collision course onto your platform. I need you to make a dex save.
I'm totes dead. I killed my guy though. He's probably gone.
I remember whenever. Oh shit! Nice.
Boom, boy.
So
Can't hit me with the moon.
So the moon, it ends up being more of like an asteroid in size, but it's still plenty big enough to capsize your entire platform. It strikes the edge that Kale is on, completely crushing the phantasm below it, and launching you, thanks to your dexterity save, launches you onto the main platform.
Okay, guys, catch up.
All right, Jermong. You are face to face with a wispy, dark clone of yourself. What do you do?
Let's see. Jermong is gonna, he's gonna cast Cause Fear.
I like it. All right. Go ahead and make a wisdom save, because it's so much easier to just go off of your stats.
Yeah, I know that wisdom is not something I'm good at, so fuck you.
No, that's fine because it's on him. So Shadow Jermong sees something in his eye and immediately drops his rapier on the side and falls to his knees. And if anyone else were to be looking at, the scene before you, they wouldn't be able to tell exactly what he's afraid of. But you know exactly what your deepest fear is, and you exploited that.
Jeremong's pretty self-deprecating style here.
Wait, what's that?
Jeremong's pretty self-deprecating, so we're gonna go full execution style here.
All right, cool. Go ahead and describe me what you're doing.
Let me take a look. Jeremong
Taking away his ball.
Jeremong, let me look at what I got here, how I want to do it. Alright. Jeremong is gonna come right up to him, pull out his dagger, hold it right up to his throat, and just say, never forget what you've seen here. And then with his offhand, he's actually just gonna, gotcha and Eldritch Blast in point blank temple.
That's fucking rad. So you do that. Your palm erupts in a force of brimstone and flame, and the wispy form of Nega Jermong fades away. And you feel a sense of catharsis, actually. You feel pretty good about what you've done here today. With your shadow dispelled, a bridge of light erupts, connecting your platform to the central one, allowing you to cross. Lufir, my man.
Alright. Lufir is gonna move. And he's going to attempt to push the guy off of the platform with Eladir.
Okay, go ahead and roll for it. Alright. I'll fucking take it. Roll your second attack, actually, that's a miss. Oh my god.
No!
I'll take it.
Stop
Nope, change my mind.
Here's the thing, I totally had fight set up, but the fact that Ragnar did the fucking Moonbear thing was, too great.
Is there
it's
one
only getting better.
second? Is there one of these that gives me advantage on attacks? I should have done
Inspiration
this
still?
differently.
I think we all still have inspiration.
I don't.
No, only you had inspiration because you
Oh yeah,
voted.
because I voted,
I
yeah.
died.
Yeah,
Sorry.
does he get
Yeah, that is
desperation?
true. He died. So
Paul's gonna move up and make an attack now.
Oh my god.
There we
I'm gonna give it to you here, man, because we're gonna be it's gonna be like the Lufir show here.
roll that strength saving throw.
Oh man, no. Cal actually drags him off the edge.
And then Cal
by the
falls.
lake. No,
with
Cal
it.
does not fall. Fuck you. How dare you?
Actually,
Do I have
Cal
another moon bear cast?
No.
Cal advances, and Lufir still can't figure out how to get over.
No. Cal.
Luffy's standing there just screaming, "Please!"
And we just screamed to Luffy, "You didn't defeat your inner demon. You didn't defeat your inner demon. He did."
It's actually very poetic that Lufir leaned on Cal's assistance, and I'm gonna take that as a cute little means of character development, because Cal drags him off to the side and basically just whips him off with her direwolf neck muscles and just chucks him off into the darkness. And the gateway appears, or not the gateway, the little beam of light connecting your platform to the central platform appears.
Oh, that's what they're supposed to do?
Yeah,
Mine, Mine didn't do that, so I was just wondering.
No. Well, I mean, technically yours didn't. You actually kind of capsized your platform by throwing a moon into it.
It's just a beam of light stretching out into nowhere.
No, it's just
Just a
yeah,
laser
really.
beam. Just going all over the place.
Let's follow that one and see where it goes.
I should also mention that the little dais in the middle of this and the little cap that's above it, there's a beam of light stretching in between these two, connecting them.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So like a second platform.
Not so much a platform as just like a giant beam that's going up vertically in between the central throne and the cap above it.
I would
Gotcha.
like to if at all possible.
Well,
Either yell at Ixion or advance to him.
you can do that while they're fighting. They're kind of like doing like a cool sword versus staff kind of fight going on right here.
So, I holler to him. I say, Ixion! Let me kill him.
Oh, you did character voices. That's wow. Ixion backs up from the fight a little bit and whips a gaze at you, and you notice that he still has a couple spikes protruding from his his joints, everything. And he kind of laughs evilly. And Kale kind of like puts his sword and shield down a little bit. He's like, kind of like, what the fuck, bro? Look at you. And he shouts at you, Ragnar, what is this? What have I done to you to deserve a death sentence?
You killed my father.
He says, it's possible. I've killed a lot of people's fathers.
Oh wow, he doesn't even remember my father. Now I'm super pissed.
Listen to me. If we don't stop Ixion here and now, the power of Bhaal could be his to control. We can't let that happen. I will submit to whatever judgment you have in mind. Just please help me.
What actions do I have currently?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, so could I charge him?
Charge who?
Dead ground.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna bonus action in my charge into bear form. And then I will make said attack roll.
Wow, okay.
It's how I end all of my disagreements.
Jeremong and Lufir, you guys are you're able to move in to like attack.
Yeah, no,
range.
Jeremong is gonna like be like, well, fuck this, and he's gonna take a couple Eldritch Blasts at Ixion.
Okay.
You want those?
Yeah, please.
So-
This is actual combat.
What do I have to roll to like drag him, like push him away, like take him with me?
Honestly, just roll an attack roll on your bite.
Roll. Okay.
I'll take your bite as your one action and negate your claws.
Okay.
No, bonus action Hexblade Curse, by the way, before that.
Of course. Roll the damage on the 20.
So
Okay.
that'd be 16.
16 force, got it. All right. So here's what happens. As a bear, Ragnar, you try to drag Dead Crown away, but he's able to sidestep you easily, and he swings down on you with his shield, trying to go for a non-lethal attack. So let me see. I'm just gonna roll his sword for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Cool. And so you're able to deftly bear dodge out of the way. Somehow that makes sense.
Bear roll. Do a bear roll.
And let me take a look at what Divine Word does.
Let me take a look at it and show all of you it.
Yeah, really.
As well.
Yeah, make a charisma saving throw.
Me?
Yes. All right. So, what is your total hit points right now?
Total
Yes.
hit points, like temps include.
Yeah, temps and just your maximum hit points as a bear.
110.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought you had like 50.
68 hit points, 42 temp.
Shit, bears. God, Drew. I thought you said Drew's capped out at 6. Whatever. Anyway.
I'm level 8 now, and I took a
You're
level
level
7, and I took
7,
a level
I was about
in
to say.
Barbarian.
All right,
Barbarians
cool.
get D12s.
Well, in that case, then that totally misses then. As he mutters a dire incantation that actually conjures the face of Bhaal for a second in midair before you kind of shrug it off.
Who the hell's attacking me? Which one?
Dead Crown is.
Oh, okay.
Lufir, you are free to make a turn. Oh, actually, wait. Germong, your Eldritch Blast goes forward and strikes Ixion square in the chest. And he backs away, and he kind of throws away his staff and flexes his arms, and the spikes that are growing out of his elbow just kind of lengthen in size. And he says, "Fine then, let us be finished, brother." Luthor, you are free to make a move.
So Luthor's gonna move up some, like here, I think.
Mhm.
And Kyle will move up past him.
Okay, you can
And
actually you can be a little closer if you want to be, because
Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Luthor's like 7 million miles away.
Well, but you're also ranged. You got to remember that. So
Yeah.
7 million miles away
Luthor's
isn't that far. Don't make me kill Call. Don't do it.
don't try it,
No,
Anakin.
I have the high ground.
Luthor's just gonna take a shot at Ixion, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, technically
Um,
speaking, Shirmong's move with Ragnar right there is to throw a dice right at Ragnar, just like he's done like 3 times now.
Roll damage on that.
What?
And I'm gonna add a 1d8 to it for my Colossus Slayer too.
Okay. Do it. All right.
I'm just wondering what freaking reason we have to help Dead Crown. I know what we have. What reason we have to kill Ixion, but
I mean, that's the only reason I have, so.
so kill Ixion. Don't kill me.
No, I'm just saying, like, in true Shirmong fashion, I throw the dice right in the middle of all 3 of you, and
Gotcha.
you're caught in the crosshair. Seems to be a trend.
Truth.
So,
Are you committing?
Oh yeah, I've been in the crosshairs a lot, haven't I?
Yeah.
Are you committing to that?
No, I'm joking, but
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he already rolled his 20, so what's the odds of him rolling that again?
Really. Josh, was there anything else you wanted?
no, I think that's good.
Okay. Ixion's turn. Let me take a look at his. Well, the first thing that he does is he again flexes his spiky arms, kind of like shakes them off, like you know how Wolverine does this thing whenever he shoots his blades out. He kind of does that, and 4 colored orbs burst out of his chest and circle around his head. 1 green, 1 blue, 1 red, and 1 yellow.
I don't know, guys. He went Sage of the Six Paths.
And these orbs each make a Eldritch Blast attack. So 2 of those are going to be on Jeramong, so I'm going to roll d20 plus 7. 14 and an 8.
Wait, is that to hit?
Yeah, that's like damage roll. I don't actually have Eldritch Blast loaded up.
So that's to hit, not damage.
No. It's just
That's
to hit.
damage?
No, it's just to hit.
Okay, that's to hit. Okay, neither does hit.
Okay. 1 at Luthor and 1 at Ragnar. So the one on Luthor does hit. What's the damage on Eldritch Blast?
They're D10s.
4,000.
They're D10s unless they have the agonizing glass invocation,
He does not.
and then it's Then it's just a D10.
Okay. So that's
A
going to be...
singular D10 or multiple D10s?
D10 per blast.
Okay. So 8 damage to you, Luthor.
Okay.
Ixion is then going to approach you, Jeramong, and make a melee attack. Let's see. Oh, I almost rolled a d30 for him.
Oh, I wish you had.
17 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. D12 plus 5. Okay. 11 damage. Are you gonna uncanny that?
Nope.
Okay. Hellish Rebuke is a... yeah, no. Oh, it's a dexterity save. Okay, let me pull Ixion up again. I need to figure out... I keep on forgetting where I put him. This campaign ended up having so much more, like, bullshit in it than I expected.
You're welcome.
Yeah, not even that. Alright, shit,
Dang,
son.
bro.
Yeah,
He didn't even make it on the advantage.
yeah, no. Yeah, so he jabs you with one of these spikes coming out of his arms, but as you recoil from the gaze, you lift up a hand and just blast a shotgun blast of hellfire in his face, and he staggers backwards. So Ragnar, you go.
Okay, bonus action, a rage.
Okay.
And I'm a...
Oh, by the way, that's 13 because of Hexblankers.
Okay, we'll do.
going after the dead crown.
Okay.
And these are all advantage.
All right. Wow. So yeah, roll damage on the bite and roll critical on the claws. Have I mentioned that Dead Crown is like level 18?
That's fine. I'm still pissed at him.
Okay, fair enough.
I have daddy issues, and that is +4.
Okay.
So
you made
I
this.
don't know if that's
No,
+4 for the rage.
You definitely made this a lot more not only difficult but interesting. I'll tell you that much. All right, I'll go ahead and take that. Now he's not fucking around, so let me see. What am I gonna cast on you? Well, first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna cast Fire Shield. So he's got a Fire Shield, so whenever you hit him with a melee attack, you have to take 2d8
Okay.
fire damage.
Okay.
And then, let me see. He's gonna. What does this do again? No, not that. He's gonna do Flame Blade. Okay. So yeah, he's got a fiery scimitar in his hands for the next time that he is going to attack. All right. Turn order goes up to Sharamon.
Okay. We're gonna go full combo on this one.
All right.
So, Wrathful Smite, bonus action. And then Luxol attack. I'm going to Inspiration to roll that one.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Nice hit.
26. So there's that damage.
Okay.
+3.
What are we measuring?
Don't worry about it.
I'm afraid of what's gonna happen. Don't. I mean, I'm not fighting against you guys, but
Sneak damage
All right.
and Hellish Rebuke damage.
All right.
And I need a DC 15 Dex save.
Well, one of the orbs around him is going to make it because it absorbs the magical energy from your hand as it goes forth, redirecting it from Ixion into the red orb. Let's see. D20. All right, no, that definitely hits. The red orb shatters, and you regain. Let's see.
Hey.
1d10. You regain 10 hit points.
Hey.
nice.
As the Hellish Rebuke veers off course and collides into the red orb, it shatters like a pressured ball of glass.
Sorry.
What?
That's the wrong spell. That should have been Wrathful Smite, but still,
Whatever.
would have done the same thing. Yeah.
As your Wrathful Smite veers off course and collides into the red orb, it shivers and then explodes like a pressured ball of glass, and the red energy that was inside of it flows off into two directions. One into the central pillar in the middle of the throne of Bhaal, and one into you, rejuvenating a bit of health. Lufir, your go.
Okay, we're gonna move Kyle over here.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna fire an arrow from Cal.
All right. All right, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Plus the slash
D8.
D8.
Nice.
You know, I like to complain that Ragnar is overpowered, but like Lufir.
Lufir does consistent damage.
Yeah, no, Lufir has been the most consistent damage in this entire campaign.
All Ragnar is a horde army.
Yeah.
He just rolls enough dice that he's gonna hit something.
Lufir is
All right.
definitely the nuke.
So does that actually hit him?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. If you had to describe the size of Ixion right now,
He's a medium humanoid.
uh, I can fire my second Elodier shot to hit him and push him into the middle void area.
If you want to try.
Yes,
Fucking
it's happening.
nice.
I'm just saying. Yeah, that's a number.
So, how does I gotta remember how this works?
Just roll me a d6. That's how many spaces.
Okay.
That's gonna be enough.
Oh yeah, unless he rolls a 1.
Can just roleplay. There's not. I don't really have a mechanic to do this, but roleplay. Can Jermong do a reaction to grab on so he doesn't get away? Like he just drags with him.
Absolutely. That actually works out perfectly. So Ixion is struck with a glass lance that pierces him clean through the sternum. It's actually still stuck there, and is blasted backwards. And Jermong, you're able to grab the hem of his cape just as he's launched off into the void. And as he's falling, how should I describe this? You remember the end of the second Deathly Hallows movie, whenever Voldemort and Harry are like, they're apparating and they're like, fighting in the gaseous form. Ixion dissipates into gas, but Jermong, he takes you with him, and you guys are basically fighting in an in-between space. I need you to make a strength save for me.
Oh, because I'm good at those.
It's a contest.
5.
Alright. Alright, so let's see what Ixion rolls. Where did I put you, god damn it? His strength isn't that great either, but he rolled better than you did. Okay. And so the battle goes on, and he wisps and whirls in and out of the space, and he finally gets you in like a upwards U-turn, like a vertical U-turn in midair, and slams down onto the platform a few feet away from where you guys normally were. You guys are both prone, and you will both take cha-cha-cha d12 4 damage. Alrighty. So Lufir and
I'm assuming that grabbing him. Well, no, I'm good. Sorry. Good.
Okay.
Just for clarification, though, when his turn comes back around,
No, I got it.
grabbing him counts as my reaction, right?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Or do I still have a reaction? Is what I'm asking.
We'll count it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I was just making sure.
The 3 orbs that are still circling him, the yellow, the green, and the blue, are going to make their Eldritch Blasts. One at Jermong, 11 does not hit.
Nope.
One at Ragnar, 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, 1 second. D20 plus 5, 13 damage.
All right.
And then one at Lufir.
Good God. Yeah.
What? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
20 damage. All right, what's your health at?
I'm at 17.
All right, we're doing great. Okay, and then Ixion is going to. It's an action to get up from being prone. It's your movement action, isn't it?
Yeah, it's half your
movement.
Okay. And then he's going to cast cha-cha-cha. Let me see here. One of my favorite spells.
So who attacked me? Ixion?
Ixion did, yes.
Orb.
What an asshole. I'm trying to help him kill this guy, and he's still attacking me.
So, let me see. Each creature must make a Constitution saving throw. Target takes 8d6 on necrotic damage.
Like this spell.
Yeah, so Jermong, make a con save, and let me get my ruler out.
Please.
Okay, so Lufir is safe. Ragnar and Kale. Kale will need to make a con saves.
11.
Yeah,
What's
so
the con save for?
Circle of Death. 24 necrotic damage, Jermong.
Does my warlock ability give me anything?
No.
I don't think I'm getting hit by things.
You get hit for 12 damage because it's a save or half.
Okay.
Caldoggo doesn't need to worry because I would never do anything to Cal to hurt her. I'm just being completely straight with it now.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, really.
Like,
You were complaining about that. You were complaining about that 110 health, but you're
That's-
eating through it
that's
rather
what I was-
quickly.
That's why I was asking, is because I can't dodge because I grabbed as my reaction.
Yeah. And Kale is going to make his con save. Oof, he takes 24 as well. Alright, top of the turn order, it is Ragnar.
And this is all on advantage.
Why is it all in advantage? Is that what
Rage.
does? Okay, that's
Yep.
fucking busted. Anyway, yeah, all three of those hit. Take
And
a
then
minute.
plus 6.
Okay, let me jot that down. Alright.
Should be 34, I think.
Yeah. And you take a 2d8 for each of those.
Okay, roll it.
Okay. Slash.
That's fire damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah. 8, 9, and 12.
Okay, so what's the total? I can't math.
No, it's okay.
29? 29?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back to normal.
You turn back into a dwarf.
Turn back into a dwarf.
Okay.
So, drops me down. That's 17 plus 29, or 17, so 12. That's the bad thing about this temp health. You gotta
maintain it.
Yeah, you gotta
Got that 10 health,
go all the way
yeah,
down.
from-
And he is going to cast Firestorm.
Alright, boy. Alright, big boy.
So he can make several 10-foot cubes. He's going
Okay.
to center 3 of those around Ragnar and 4 of those around Ixion. So make a dex save for me.
Who?
You.
Okay.
Jermong, you're also going to have to make these.
That's fine. I also have.
Yeah, you have fire resistance.
so-
Alright.
and that's a thing. So
Yeah, you got it. Ragnar, you're going to take 43 damage.
Alright.
Jermong,
Good God.
Jermong, you take 25, 12 rounded down.
God, it still hurts me.
Yeah, so 12 damage. And Ixion is going to take 40.
Good Lord.
Alright, and then he is going to make his melee attack on you, Ragnar.
Alright. Probably gonna drop me.
Let's see. Sword of Balduran. 12 hit?
No.
Okay.
I'm really surprised. So
Okay.
that was his chance. I don't know if he's getting another one.
He's still got a sizable bit of health left. I need to.
I'm about to have a sizable bit of health left.
Let's see. Let me get some new music going.
I gotta kill him for my daddy's honor.
It is now Jermong's turn.
Alright, Shermong's gonna take 2 Eldritch Blasts at 2 of the orbs.
Okay, I'll take it. Let me do this. Okay, sick. Oh yeah, no, those both hit. And
Pew, pew.
yeah, no, they both explode. Let's see. The green orb explodes and grants you a temporary bonus to your armor class. So you have an effective +5 AC for the next attack that you need to make an AC roll against.
Nice.
The blue orb explodes and infuses you with power as well, and you have an additional action your next turn, or this turn
Well,
actually.
Okay, this turn? Oh, thank God. Because it's like, I don't know if I get another turn. So we're gonna Lex Soul it. 19.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
That's 14.
Oh yeah,
And another 14.
shit boy. Wow. All right, yeah, you guys are fucking chewing through this. All right, he's still
Good.
up.
Not even touching him.
We're all about to die, and
Okay. And was that your 2 actions?
Well, does Eldritch Blast would count as my first action, right?
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Okay. Lufir.
alright.
So, okay, quick question about the AC. Is it for a single attack or a single turn?
The next time you need to make anything that goes against your AC, you get +5.
So, like, if his orb attacks me first and then he attacks me, I would only be the orb, or would
Only the
I...
orb. Just the next time you have to have. Next time your AC is tested, it gets +5.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
More Elagir.
All right, that's a hit. Are you attacking Ixion or?
Oh yeah, I'm attacking. Well, we'll attack the orb. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, and I will not use my Colossus Slayer on this yet.
Okay. It is still enough to burst the orb. The final orb, the yellow orb, bursts into billions of pieces and infuses you with energy. The next time you roll damage, you will roll an additional damage die.
Cool, that's about to happen. Here we go.
All right, roll double damage.
Double damage. Plus, we're gonna expend one of my Battle Mastery die. D8 and the Colossus.
All right. Fuck yeah.
An extra 4 to it.
Shit, boy. Okay.
And then yeah. Well, continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Is that pushing him, or is that not a push?
No, it's not a push. I think I'm out of pushes now.
Yeah, no, you are out of pushes for the day.
Gotcha.
Arrows go forth, and so he's still got the giant crystal lance lodged in his sternum, and this one catches him in the jugular, and his skin seems to contort around the area of impact, forming like these reddish muscular scales, and hardens around the arrow shaft where it went through, and the arrow shaft that's sticking out snaps off of him.
Wow.
Ragnar, your go.
Well, can I move Cal also?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. We're gonna just have her move up and attack.
Do it.
And can do that. Oh, it's a stupid thing. Will not scroll sometimes. 1 second.
Wait, let me calculate that. Oh shit.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, roll damage, Josh. Oh shit.
Cal attacks with the fire of 1,000 suns. And
Who are we? Am I dead? Is he killing me?
Hey, Josh. You know how I say that people who get the killing blow get to play it out?
yeah.
Go ahead and do that for Cal.
Cal just and jumps on him, and it's like a movie. The camera's like behind Cal, and you just see her tearing into him, and like pieces of Ixion going everywhere.
Oh my god. And and let it be fucking known that Cal Doggo killed the BBEG of this campaign arc. And as Cal Doggo steps off of him, he reaches out weakly to Germong, and before you're able to do anything about it, his body rapidly decays into just a bunch of flecks of golden dust. And let me see. I'm going to pull up something here. Hero of the Heartlands. And the thing is that this also makes Kale double over. And Ragnar, as you're looking him in the eye, you see the same light that just encompassed Ixion's fading form start to pour out of his own eyes. And the form of Kale dissipates as well into a shower of golden sparks that coalesce into a torrent of just golden sparks and flakes of light that charge into the central pillar of light in the middle of the throne of Bhaal. And all is still for a moment. until you feel a presence that is not your own. Make a religion check for me, everyone. Of course, Ragnar fucks it.
Well, I'm raging right now, so.
Okay. So none of you guys get what's going on right now, but behind you, and I don't actually have an image for her right now. You know what? You work out pretty greatly. So, a flaming angel-looking creature steps down from the ethereal black, and he looks at the three of you and speaks with a booming voice that seems to come from all areas at once, and he calls out, "Who steps upon this immortal realm?"
Lufir's just like, oh heck, don't make us fight you two, please.
"I have no quarrel with you, mortal. Speak thy names."
He's like, well, I'm Luffy and that's Cal. You just killed that dude. She's a good girl. Then,
"Noble warriors from the prime material plane, you have trespassed upon a land not of your own. Perhaps not of your own doing, but the trespass has occurred nonetheless. And now we stand on the brink of a coalescence of divine energy. It was here that Bhaal gathered his energy ages ago, and it is here that it combines once more. The actions of Ixion Baylor Fist have brought forth the second coming." And the golden sparks that you guys saw in the central platform just explode, and just a giant halo of yellow and gold energy rockets forth as far as you can see into the astral sea. And then whenever you're finally able to really see the central pillar again, the pillar of light is no longer there, but an armored figure is there floating. And he takes a moment to adjust the arms of his armor and the various plates, and then he just lets out a evil laugh, like one that he's been waiting to unleash for 100 years. And he says, "And at long last, the prophecy has finally come to fruition, and I, Bhaal, the Lord of Murder, am now able to walk the realms once more." And he takes a couple steps off of what seems to be an invisible staircase onto the central platform that you're all standing on. Do you guys have anything to say to Bhaal, the god of murder?
Can we go home now?
He looks at you, and again he kind of laughs, and he says to you, "I suffer no mortals in my home. I appreciate the services you have rendered to me, especially you, dwarf, and so I will let you go. But I offer you a choice." And he looks at all of you, and he grins at Lufir briefly. He's wearing a helmet. You don't know how you can tell he just grinned at you. And the Solar, the angel being that is standing behind you, steps forward and holds a hand at Bhaal, and he says, "You will not claim these mortals against their will, Bhaal. Their interference is not of their own choosing, and they play no part in this cosmic game." Bhaal responds with, "But of course, which is why I'm simply offering them a choice. You will return to the prime material plane. You will do as you will with your lives, but I offer you a choice to be something greater. The realms are depleted of my Deathstalkers, my high priests, who failed me so utterly a century ago to bring me back, and yet you have succeeded where they have not. What say you? Will you do my bidding upon the realms?
Oh, this is the part where Tyler forces us to choose between a good and evil campaign for the next one, by the way.
This is just a character decision. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is where we're at.
I'm gonna ask Bhaal what the rules are. If I do.
Bhaal crunches his knuckles together, and he's... It will take me some time to formulate my plans for the realms. I will have to contend with Cyric and his lot. I will have to establish my superiority over the portfolio of murder once more. Until such a time, I will use you as my hand in the realms, to do my bidding, to commit murder, to keep my influence known, to prey upon the enemies of Bhaal, the weaklings of Cyric, the mulings of Mishtra. There will be blood, and I offer you a chance to take part in it. Great
I'm
power
gonna
will
ask-
be yours.
So there's some Cyric slaying.
There will be Cyric slaying. There will be slaying to
All
your
right,
heart's
I'm-
content.
Liver goes, you know, we are really good at killing people.
Germong
But, like,
just
what's
wants-
in it
I mean,
for us?
The only thing like left basically is vengeance for Germong, and since Cyric is pretty involved, so Germong says, "I'm in."
I'm gonna ask him if I'll have the power to wipe out whole sides of a war.
You have all that and more.
It's all I need.
Liver's like, well, I guess it'll probably be interesting. Sure, why not?
Okay, so I'm going to need you guys to open your character sheets. I'm going to need you to take your alignment, and I'm going to need you, all three of you, to set it to Chaotic Evil.
I told you! This is the part!
When we
This is
next
the part where he forces us.
when we next reconvene, if we have to revisit these characters again, you will all be level 13. And I will have you guys each take a level in a custom class that I'll have to whip up. It'll be a Deathstalker of Bhaal, basically.
I'm gonna be a Ranger Bard Deathstalker?
Yeah, I'm really surprised you guys chose to go with this. There was really no consequence to not taking this.
Honestly,
Well,
once Germong was gonna go completely apathetic, but then once you said like going against Cyric, that was like the only thing really left for it. Like that was what he was gonna do anyway, was go out and try to slay the rest of Cyric's followers. So
There will be a lot. Yeah, Cyric was the one who held the portfolio of murder, so there's basically going to be a celestial war.
So,
that's the only
to-
reason Germong said yes.
it's interesting that this happened, because I didn't think it was going to ever happen. But when I originally made Luthier, the plan was 100% to let his alignment start guiding towards like the overall alignment of the party
Mm-hmm.
without this neutral. So the second everybody was like, that's why when everybody was like, yeah, let's kill people, Luthier was just like, sure, why not?
Mm-hmm. Also, Cal's
So
Cal Doggo is a Hellhound now.
Jesus.
And
I'm probably gonna disappoint the whole party because I'm not gonna be super chaotic evil. I know that sounds weird.
all right, I will say that you were like bound to Bhaal now.
Oh, I know, I know.
Okay.
But I specifically want to be able to destroy entire armies and turn wars.
Okay.
And I'm sure with Bhaal, as long as I'm murdering people, he's happy, right?
Yeah. Well, it depends, because, I mean, if you're going against his own interest, then obviously it's not that great. Bhaal's a chaotic evil deity, though, and bloodshed is what makes him happy.
So maybe this way there won't be
Do we need
dwarven
to
villages
change-
destroyed anymore.
Do we need to change
Your what?
our deity? I guess needs to change as well.
Yeah, actually, yes. I would like you to do that.
Germong ever picked. I don't know if Germong ever picked one.
I don't even know if Luthier did either.
You guys are pretty much as aligned to Bhaal as possible. I really did not expect this. Holy shit.
Congratulations, you did it.
Okay.
We can put that in our.
I don't know if it's even part of the character sheets on Roll20. In any
Yeah.
case, Bhaal shakes the hand of each of you, and the hand that he shakes, it burns intensely for only a fraction of a second, and whenever you lift it, there's a glowing sigil of Bhaal, the skull and the circle of blood tears around it.
Luther's gonna very casually lean over to Shermon and go, helicopter.
Okay.
Since we're here and all.
Could we have a helicopter?
And then Bhaal shakes his head and he says, "You will return now to the prime material, and when I call, you will heed my word. Go now, newest of my death stalkers. Seed chaos unto the realms, and leave none in your way." And then everything goes to black, and you guys wake up in front of the eastern gate on the bridge of Baldur's Gate. And let me see here. So, this is where the epilogue is going to happen. So, the first thing I'm going to do before I read off the epilogue of all of the characters that you guys have met, I'm just going to put it to the map of the Sword Coast here, because that's nice and epilogue-y. Everyone roll initiative for me. Okay. Isaac, what does Germong do following this intense conflict? Note that you guys don't have to stick together or anything. You can do whatever you want. This is basically hooks for next time we revisit these characters.
Jermong is, like I said, his only at this point was vengeance, so he is going to head out and find small factions of Cyric and his followers and just murder as many of them as he can find to claim vengeance for the death of his father.
Lufir?
So Lufir is surprisingly kind of against the nature of a chaotic evil character. Is going to go back to the tea shop and is going to practice his instrument and kind of try to hone his skills. They've been on a big adventure. He did just meet a god, so maybe it's time to just wind down a little bit. He can always get back and murder people later. That's fine. And he's just gonna kind of hang out with.
I meant it whenever I said that Caldago is a hellhound now.
Oh, jeez.
She's definitely like basically like a fiery wolf. She can like dim it down and even look like a normal wolf in regularity. But anytime, if we ever play these characters again, anytime that she dies, she can be resummoned the following day.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's
so
ba-
Luke's just gonna chill, kind of.
Okay. Ragnar.
You remember that hermit lady from the beginning of this arc?
Yeah, you still owe me like 200 pages of shit he did.
Yeah, you'll get them eventually.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go find her. I'm gonna go see her. I'm going to give her Gregory, and I'm going to give her my journal, and I'm going to explain to her that Gregory is a very good bug, but he doesn't need to be involved in what's going to happen next. He doesn't deserve that. And I'm going to tell her to stay safe and to keep her head down.
Damn. All right. Let's go down the list. I didn't really have anything written because I was planning on doing this tomorrow night, but I'm going to like try and be as poetic as I possibly can. Basically, so and Ye did 3 adventures, heed the hero's call, only to fall prey to the dark machinations of Bhaal. Where once did 3 wayward souls walk the realms, now do 3 forces of death prowl the shadows. wreaking fear and terror upon those who would ever risk the wrath of Bhaal. And as their ancestors look upon them treading the path that they once left, the path where they once failed, they look upon, not with smiles, not with laughter, but with tears in their eyes. In the time past, after the event of the Throne of Bhaal, all the cities in the realms notice an uptick in violent crimes, as if a wave of malice and malevolence has washed over the realms. Murders begin to spike. Men are imprisoned en masse for slaughters, wholesale slaughters. And the realms are forevermore a dangerous place. We're going to go down the list of survival. Well, pretty much all of the NPCs I have in the journal here. Let's go with the original Order of the Candlestick first. Velry Gildencoin, dwarf priestess of Lathander, who resided in as the head priestess there of the Temple of Lathander local. She felt a dark tide whispered to her in her commune with Lathander, and planned a holy crusade on the lost city of Galdergard. She went missing the month after and was never seen again. Luxador Baylorfist, forever trapped in the sword that was Luxol, watched only in some twisted combination of pride and despair at the path that his adopted son took. Unable to stop what he had become, but glad that his stain upon the realms had been wiped clean. Perhaps that was enough. Perhaps that would do enough to bring him peace eventually, when he was released. If he would ever be released. Brackus Greycastle, wow. Brackus Greycastle and Raphael Ashenpetal, sheltered away in the beautiful plains of Myliki, the goddess of nature, felt the changing tides in the astral sea. And though they served their gods faithfully in the conflicts to come, they never knew the identity of one of the strong waves of death behind their enemy. They never knew. King Long, the Storm's Fury, the fierce dragonborn fighter that was the shield of the Order of the Candlestick, crossed into the Sword Coast to do battle with the resurgent faith of Bhaal. And though he slew a great many of them, there was nothing he could do when he was set upon by dozens of vile, death-stalking bears that came out of the woodwork and did him in. Like many strong warriors before him, and many to follow after him, he fell. Jack Black maintained control over the local branch of the Daily Grind, not the Daily Grind, wow, Au Natural Tea House in Baldur's Gate. He kept watch. He maintained order whenever the owners were away. Song Luxendark and Dance Luxendark, however, knew that something was wrong. They knew that something had changed in the proprietors. And after a week or so from their return, Au Natural was no longer graced with the beautiful voice of Song Luxendark as her and her brother slipped quietly into the night, never to return to Baldur's Gate.
We're gonna kill him, though.
Their whispers of their adventures and their exploits in the far south continue to make headlines in the day. They continue to inspire stories and bring hope to those in a forever more darkened world. Let's see.
One thing on Song, Ragnar will make sure to find something that was hers and hang on to it.
Okay. You are definitely able to find. Let me think. Hmm. That is a good one. I tell you what. Um, you find a signed playbill for her first and her only performance at All Natural. Does that work for you?
Yep.
Okay.
It just has to be something personal.
Fanchir, Ortaniel, Corin Dench, and Degra survived the encounter with the ship mimic, and all went their separate ways. But we're able to
For now.
we're all able to reconvene at the Friendly Arm Inn, a bit ways southeast of the city of Baldur's Gate, where they reformed in spite of their losses and their hardships. And they felt somewhat obligated to stand against the dark tides. For what came of their crusade is yet to be seen. None can say that they did not try. As for the Council of Four, it hurt a great deal after the passing of Grand Duke Cale Deadcrown, the great hero of Baldur's Gate. None knew where he went, but all assumed that his time had come. His time had passed far longer than it should have, truly. His wife, Viconia, disappeared into the night. Some say she led a grand crusade against the dark elves of Menzoberranzan, against those who would pray to the spider goddess Lolth. Many others just departed the city, unable to stay there after the spirit of the town had been taken. Grand Duke Various Wintergaze continued to be the leader of the Flaming Fist Mercenary Company. And despite increasing corruption and ever mounting stress and despair in his line of work, he kept going because that was all he could do. Grand Duke Rowena Silvershield continued to flaunt her bachelorette title, amassing wealth as she always did. Like many disasters, the rich rarely see any effect to their. I see what you just did to Lufir's name, Josh. For those listening, he's Lufir the Bad. Yeah, the rich rarely ever feel the afterwave, the aftershock of terrible events. And Grand Duke Katomi Fangbattle worked in the shadows as she ever did, forever a thorn in the side of the cult of Bhaal that arose in the undergrounds of Baldur's Gate. Perhaps she would be caught, perhaps she would continue to harass them as long as she was able. That is a story for another time. And our three adventurers, whether or not they chose to be faithful to the word of Bhaal, whether they chose to rebel, make use of their newfound power in defiance of their new god, or they chose to fall in line and do his bidding in pursuit of greater power and their own ambitions, remains to be seen. We will rejoin them next time in the Forgotten Realms. But for now, this is the conclusion of the Order of the Candelstick. Thank you very much for joining us. All right, boys. There you go.
All the monkeys have taken over.
Oh,
Oh, God.
But no, we're gonna do ball spinning. We're gonna
Monkeys.
So, one thing that I forgot to do in our sessions that I love that we do in our IRL sessions, our DM loves making us basically choose one person in the group and telling them something we enjoyed they did during the session. I would like you guys to do that for the entire campaign as a whole.
Oh, dang, that's a hard one. It's probably, oh, man. I really like Lufir's floor camouflage.
That was some real shit.
That was brilliant.
And very
Pretty much all of his camouflage. Every single one of them.
You can go ahead, Josh.
I really enjoyed the non-dungeony part that we had. A coffee shop.
Yeah, that was all. That was all Isaac and Mark, man.
Yeah, Persona awakened in me a weird love of games that let you do insanely mundane things.
Oh, same.
In a ridiculous world. So that was fun for me.
And Isaac?
I'm trying to. Well, I have a few. Like, it's not that. Yeah, fuck. Like, it was all terrible, but
no, I got you.
It's one of the like. Trying to think what I would like say, like, because there's a lot of like I really like. This is probably one of my favorite groups that I played with, like, if not like my favorite.
Oh.
So I'm just trying to think like what I would single out. Honestly, I think just kind of collectively, I would say, especially like Mark especially, but pretty much all of us, like, we afraid, especially Mark, weren't afraid to like step outside the story and like, hey, we got this big bad boss, but fuck you, I have my personal agenda. I mean, because Mark did zero help in the final battles.
Yeah,
but narratively, it makes sense. Like, so I like that there wasn't fear to make story choices based on our own agendas rather than like feeling that we needed to be railroaded, which Tyler does a real good job in not railroading. So
I'm very impressed that you guys didn't do what I expected. That seems to be a common theme in this entire shindig, is that you guys don't do what I expect, and I should probably learn that. But I really did not expect you guys to press the chaotic evil button, but you did, and that is insane.
You can't wave a chaotic evil button over my head and not expect me to press it.
Here's the thing: the beauty with chaotic evil is it's probably the most free alignment, in my opinion.
Are you guys happy with how that goes with your character, like, development and story? Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, I'll explain to you my intentions.
Yeah,
Luthier is a sponge, dude, and he just reacts to how him are acting. So in the original party, probably would have skewed more light or good and more good intentioned people. Hanging out with Jeremon and Ragnar, he just does not care. I
also forgot to mention that Luthier does not. It felt weird being back in the waking world because you still had like remnants of a mortal wound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You were definitely like a revenant now.
Oh god.
You were definitely some kind of weird form of kind of undead.
That's fun.
You have a strong feeling that Bhaal's will is the only thing keeping you alive.
Weirdly enough, suddenly a drow instead of a wood elf.
Jesus.
I'm thinking of like what I was thinking of, like doing like some soft edits on your character portraits to like kind of dim the saturation a little bit.
By the way, his name is definitely Luthier the Bad now.
This is his fucking moniker, his dreaded title throughout the realms.
Yeah.
All right, so satisfying conclusion to everybody. Did everyone have a good time?
Yeah. Like I said, this is probably one of my favorite groups that I've played in.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I forgot to do what I wanted to do, but I got so into telling the story of like the epilogues and everything that I completely forgot to like actually do something funny. But I was going to play this during the
God.
They're the
Oh my
credit.
God.
They're the epilogue.
Are we still streaming, or are we done this one?
Yeah, no, we're still streaming. It's
Okay.
I like the after talk being included because this is going to be
Gotcha.
something I'll remember forever. This is like
Well-
such an ambitious thing on my part. Like personally speaking, I'm going to tug my own self here for a bit, but like I am so pleased that it was able to A, get to the conclusion, but B, continue to entertain you guys and not stagnate. I am impressed at myself because I thought this was going to spiral out of control.
Yeah.
So I'm glad.
Do we kind of want to, since we are streaming, talk about what we're going to do next or what the plan is from here?
Right. That's what I was going to try and segue into next. For those of you guys listening in the future, if this happens to become some kind of freakishly popular thing in the future, which I highly doubt, this is mostly just for us to listen back to. But we will be taking a break from the Order of the Candlestick, or whatever we're going to be calling this whole campaign. And we're going to be handing the DM reins to Mark here, the player Ragnar, because he's going to be introducing us to the world of the Mirrored Moon, his own personal homebrew setting.
Yep.
And we're all going to be playing new characters. Yeah, you guys want to talk about who we're playing?
I mean, that's fine.
Because I actually don't really know who you guys are playing. Like, I know what you guys are playing, but I don't know who you're playing.
Yeah, somebody else go first.
Isaac, you're yours.
Alright, give me 1 second.
They're important people.
I know what I'm
That's-
playing. I'll go
That's
first.
the thing.
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing Neferre Zohari. She is a Scourge Aasimar Celestial Warlock. I'm basically building her to be a super healer. Her whole deal is that she is an archaeologist for the University of Asnor, which is a large country in the Mirrored Moon setting. And it is her life dream to uncover lost civilizations in history. But for some reason, she carries around a dark secret related to the fact that she has a literal angel on her shoulder at all times, giving her celestial powers, which we will explore in the Mirrored Moon.
Cool. Playing an arcane gunslinger named Salad Stormwind.
I love the name.
Yeah, like I said, he is a human. Pure, very chaotic good, like spaghetti western, typical cowboy type character. He grew up in like a small town as an orphan. Kind of grew up in an orphanage. Fell in with some not great people. Learned how to do the whole how to fight, how to get by and scrap. Kind of crossed the wrong person, and he ended up coming back to find his orphanage burned to the ground with all the people he cared about inside.
Yay!
So obviously people were looking for him, so he fled. Kind of fell in with some nomads, which got him to traveling. Learned how to use some, and kind of served as their protection. Kind of heard rumor about these very powerful weapons off somewhere that he could use, that he feels like he could use for a lot of good. So kind of just jumping from town to town. So we're going to see kind of where he goes.
Right on.
Alright.
Yep.
And I will be playing Sinros Quill Sharpener. He is a rock gnome wizard. He actually basically was inspired as a young boy. He grew up in the middle of nowhere, but he was inspired by an investigator that came out of the city. And when he became old enough to get out on his own, he found an apprenticeship with kind of like we're gonna say fantasy detective agency,
Mhm.
quote unquote. And so he picked up, like in the city, like his own private investigator detective apprenticeship. Eventually, he, went out on his own. We're talking close to almost 100 years worth of service. Like I think it comes out to like 80 years of this business, like between his apprenticeship and like taking it on by himself and all that. And so he's a pretty well seasoned detective. But recently, there's been a good amount of reform within the City Watch. So under the new reform, what he does has been deemed as vigilantism. So he is now, even though he's well established and like well known within the city to be one of the best private investigators, it is illegal for him to act. So the City Watch like kind of figures that it's a thing, like it's still going on, but they have no hard proof. So he's kind of operating in the shadows as a vigilante detective wizard.
Right on. I am super happy that we seem to be tending towards a good group this time, because my character's lawful good. Josh's is chaotic good, if I heard correctly. I don't know what you're doing.
Lawful neutral.
Close enough. So that's really really rad. It's gonna be a cool change of pace from an entirely chaotic neutral, now chaotic evil party. Mark,
What up?
I don't know. I remember you talked about how you felt about streaming the Mirrored Moon. Are you still not wanting to do that?
I really haven't decided yet.
Okay. Let me know, because if it's all right with you, I really want to still archive this, because I love archiving our sessions for future listening. We don't have to make it public, but like
Gotcha.
we could like just like have it. I could figure out some way to like private stream on Twitch or something like that, and just
Gotcha.
like keep it for posterity's sake. We could probably session 0 at a later date and decide then or whatever. Unless you guys want a session 0 now. I mean, we still got like an hour till 11.
I actually probably need to get going.
That's kind of
I
what I
have
figured.
not. Yeah, I've not eaten and need to eat something
Yeah,
before I go to
this,
bed.
this was
Very
very
sudden.
impromptu.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking with me for this. I'm glad we all had a good time, and we all stuck it out to the end. Hopefully, if we rejoin our bad boys in the future, they'll have plenty to do. I really don't know what I'll do in that instance, but really, is there anywhere to go but you guys killing Cyric? Because like that seems to pretty much be it.
Yeah,
I mean,
once I
that-
tell you what my plans are there, you'll definitely see there's other ways to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give me a holler and we'll see what it do. We may not even revisit this in the same form. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean that's up to you, man. You're the DM for this, so
Correct. I am. But yeah, what it seems like we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some. We're going to be swapping the DM reins every once in a while, giving everyone a shot, then like figuring out where we end up, But we'll have a good old grand time. I think unless anyone else has some more questions for me or anyone else.
I think I'm
Not
good,
on
man.
stream.
Okay. All right, then. This is you. This is Tyler, your DM, and I am signing off for the last time for this iteration of Order of the Candlestick. Thank you so much for joining us, and good night.